Three families, the exact same $350,000 budget. Three completely different homes, and one of these is going to surprise you because it's not the one most people expect. Stick around because I'll also show you the free guide that breaks all three down in more detail than one video ever could. Quick thing before we tour these. If you're relocating to San Antonio, I put together a free relocation guide covering 12 areas across the region, including school district breakdowns, how the Texas buying process actually works, and a 90-day relocation checklist. Grab it free at bit.ly/SATX Move Guide. I'll bring it up again at the end. In Stone Oak, $350,000 today puts you into a solid entry-level home, typically 3 bedrooms, an older build from the 90s or early 2000s, with mature trees and access to some of the strongest school ratings in the north side under Northeast ISD. You're trading a little bit of square footage for location, and schools expect somewhere around 1,800 to 2,000 square feet at this price point, not the 2,800 you might get further out. A lot of these homes sit in the older sections closer to Bulverde Road, where the resale market has stayed strong for years because buyers keep coming back for the same reason. The schools haven't changed, and neither has the demand. Head out to Alamo Ranch, and that same $350,000 stretches noticeably further. Newer construction, bigger lots, more square footage under the roof, often 2,200 to 2,500 square feet. This is where growing families are chasing space, and Northside ISD schools here are solid too. The trade-off may be your commute. If you're headed downtown or to the medical center, budget an extra 15 to 20 minutes each way during peak traffic. What you gain in exchange is a wider selection of builders and floor plans, since so much of this area was built out in phases over the last decade. That means you can often find a nearly new home without paying true new construction pricing. In Boerne, $350,000 buys a different lifestyle entirely. Smaller footprint inside the city itself, sometimes closer to 1,600 square feet. But you're paying for hill country charm, more land on the outskirts, and a slower pace. A lot of my clients moving from bigger cities land here first, specifically because it doesn't feel like a suburb of anything. Stay inside the city limits and you're closer to walkable Main Street shops and Boerne ISD's highly rated campuses. Push a few miles outside city limits at the same price point, and that $350,000 can put you on an acre or more instead of a standard lot. You're just trading walkability for elbow room. Every one of these neighborhoods, plus the exact school ratings and commute breakdowns, are laid out in more detail inside my free relocation guide. This video is just a highlight reel. So, which one is right for you? It's not about which home is better, it's about which trade-off fits your actual life. Commute versus space, school ratings versus land, city energy versus small town pace. I'd rather spend 20 minutes with a family talking through their actual daily routine than have them pick a neighborhood off a map, because the right answer almost never looks like the same for two different families at this exact price point. One more thing worth knowing. At $350,000, this is right range where conventional FHA and VA financing all genuinely compete for the same buyer. If you're a veteran, a VA loan at this price point can mean walking in with zero down instead of $10,000 or $18,000 a conventional buyer needs for a down payment. That's a completely different conversation, and it's one worth having with a lender before you fall in love with a specific street. At $350,000, you're squarely in the range where multiple offer situations are still common in the better school zones, but far less common the moment you step outside of them. That means your negotiating leverage changes block by block, not just neighborhood by neighborhood. A strong pre-approval letter and a clean offer with minimal contingencies often matters more here than squeezing the last few $1,000s out of the price. This is where my mission-driven strategy comes in on the buying side. It's how I match the right entry-level home to the right family instead of just chasing the biggest number of square feet. What that means for you is fewer wasted showings and a much faster path to the right offer. And if you're also selling a home to make this move happen, I've got a free Seller's Advantage resource for that side of the equation too. If you're relocating and trying to figure out which of these fits you, grab the free relocation guide at bit.ly/SATX Move Guide. It walks you through the Texas buying process and gives you a 90-day checklist so nothing catches you off guard. I'm Meister. Who you work with matters, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.